Welcome to the Gospel Centered Blueprint, where you'll be learning the 4 secrets to gospel centered weight loss and health. My name is Jonathan Vogel, the founder of Origins Health Coaching, and I'll be guiding you through this workshop. So if you're excited to be here today, as I am, then let's dive in. Now, first off, I want to let you know that this is not for everyone. You see, I am looking for motivated Christian men who are tired of their excess weight and who are willing to work hard and take control of their health, even if you have little available time. And for those who are coachable, who believe in themselves, and are willing to take action. And if that's you, then you are in the right place. And my promise to you is that in this workshop, you'll discover the 4 secrets to gospel-centered weight loss and health. You'll learn the secrets to burning fat naturally for the sake of the gospel of Christ. And you can do this without being miserable, owning a gym membership, or even working out for hours and hours a day. So stick with me. Because later, I'm going to reveal the exact formula my clients use to become extremely efficient fat burners without sacrificing all the things that they believe in. But first, let me ask you, can you relate? Have you been sucked into the trap of these plans that promise six-pack abs, and yet you've not seen any of the results? Or are you tired of bouncing from diet to diet with little to no results? Maybe you wish you just had more energy to spend with and serve your wife and kids. You desire to serve others more, but you lack the motivation and the energy because of the excess weights and the unhealthy eating and the way you feel. Well, look, it's not your fault. You see, the real problem is that the world continually speaks of a beach-ready body or the only diet you ever need. It's all focused on you. Instead, weight loss should point to Jesus. And here's why I say that. As a Christian, your life is about something more than yourself. You're living for something more than you. And this includes your efforts to lose weight. So consider 2 Corinthians 5:14 and 15. The Bible says that the love of Christ controls us. Why? Because we've concluded this, that one has died for all, and therefore all have died. And he died for all, that those who live might no longer live for themselves, but for him who for their sake died and was raised again. You see, even in your efforts to lose weight, it's about something bigger than yourself. The gospel is all about letting the love of Christ control us so that we can live for Jesus. But on the other hand, the majority of diets and programs advertised today are aimed at giving you the body of your dreams, and they actually detract from the gospel. And not only that, but they're difficult, they make you miserable, aka hangry, and rarely produce the results you want, especially the ability to keep the weight off. But I have good news for you. See, I have found a simpler way to solve this problem, and that's what I'm going to walk you through in this webinar. In a little bit, I'm going to share with you the exact links to your success in getting healthy and losing weight so that you can focus on the more important things in life. I'm going to show you exactly what these 5 links to your success to become a fat burner and keep it off for good. With this formula, you'll lose weight effortlessly and naturally, the way your body was designed to do it. You'll turn your body into a fat burning machine. It's more than about weight loss. You want your body to be really good at burning fat. You want it to be natural at burning fat. You also get back to your origins. You'll let your body work the way it was designed, the way your Creator designed it to work. You see, the only reason I can share this with you today is because I've been through it. I've been through the tough, the difficult situations. So let me briefly introduce myself. I'm Jonathan Vogel, and I'm most known for helping Christian men learn to burn fat with a gospel purpose. I'm also the founder of Origins Health Coaching, where it's all about getting back to the origins, getting back to that way our bodies were designed. I got into this and became certified nutrition health coach by one of the leading organizations, Precision Nutrition. I'm also a certified keto coach, which I'll explain a little more later. But then what helps to uniquely, I believe, equip me to teach in this way with this gospel focus is I've also been seminary trained. But even though I'm now a sought after expert in this area, I want you to know that things certainly weren't always this way for me. So let me show you what I mean. You see, I used to be addicted to sugar. It was my passion. It was everything. I constantly went after sugar. It wasn't uncommon for me to eat an entire pack of gummy bears or jelly beans, or every time I walked by a cookie, it wasn't one, it was two or three. It wasn't just a scoop of ice cream, it was multiple, a heaping bowl of ice cream. I was addicted to sugar, couldn't get enough. It truly was something that I constantly craved. Besides that, I ate a lot of fast food. It was easy. The busyness of my job and my family, it was there, it was available. Because I ate so much sugar, I was constantly hungry, and so I ate a lot of this gross, bad for you fast food. And I felt lousy all the time. Constantly felt terrible, felt tired, just felt lousy. But then I realized that something had to change. This picture of me with the gut weighing more than I ever had at any time in my life. And I had this gut. I was always tired. And I was terrified that diabetes was just around the corner. And beyond that, I wasn't serving anyone, especially my family. And so I was determined to read and learn everything I could about changing my situation. I wanted to find the solution. And so I learned that we need to get back to our origins. And so much of what I read was aimed at that ancestral kind of living where we focus on how our ancestors lived. But the problem was that the majority of this literature and the things I listened to and the things I watched and all the things I learned was very evolutionarily focused. And that bothered me. Because it wasn't about the ways in which our bodies evolved, but getting back to the origins, to the way our Creator made us. And when we do, weight loss can be effortless and natural. And that leads us to being able to recognize the full life of gospel service we were meant to live. And I became passionate about that. But for me, besides losing the gut, I want you to understand what else can happen. You can gain all day energy. I had much lowered inflammation, which is what you can see in this side-by-side picture. My face wasn't fat, it was inflamed. And I had a renewed motivation, which led to a passion for serving others. And so for me, life is much better now. I enjoy much more time, quality time with my family. I'm much more active. In fact, I completed my first 5K since high school. And I'm now able to serve others more. But you and I are similar. I'm no superhero. I'm just an average guy who went through a tough time and back. And if I can do this, I promise you, you can too. Imagine for a minute being free of weight problems for good. Imagine restoring intimacy that maybe has been lost with your wife. And imagine having energy to enjoy and serve your family again. Look, all this can be yours, and I want to show you how. Does that sound good? Let's dive in. I want to share with you now the 4 secrets to gospel-centered weight loss and health. Through all my struggles, all my reading, learning, failures, these are the secrets that I have learned and found that lead to a gospel-centered weight loss and health. So let's dig in. Secret number 1, gospel-centered health points to the new man in Christ. Ephesians 4 says to put off your old self and put on the new self, created after the likeness of God in true righteousness and holiness. In Jesus, you have been renewed. You have new motivations and desires when you put on the new self. The primary application of the old self and new self is putting off that old nature of sin and putting on the new one, which is focused on the righteousness of Christ. But that new self also gives you these new motivations and desires. Health isn't now about what you can get out of it, but how you can better reflect the likeness of God in you. That turns weight loss into less about you and more about Jesus. Because now you want to reflect that nature and that righteousness of Jesus within you to those around you. And so motivation is no longer me. It's no longer about, I just got to get this beach body or the 6-pack abs. Look, looking good is fine, but it's not the primary motivation. The primary motivation ought to be Jesus and reflecting Jesus better. Which then leads us to secret number 2, which is that gospel-centered health is motivated by love. Gospel-centered health is motivated by love. Jesus, when asked what is the greatest commandment, he said that the greatest is to love God with all of your being, but the second commandment is like it. You shall love your neighbor as yourself. In 1 Corinthians 16, Paul says, let all that you do be done in love. And Romans 13:8 says, owe to no one anything except to love each other. You see, love-motivated health. When we let our health and weight loss and wellness be motivated by love, we lose weight in order to serve. Because the less we're worried about and distracted by weight, the more open and available and easier it is to be able to serve those around us, which means it is others focused. And it recognizes that health leads to greater gospel effectiveness. You see, when I am healthy, when I'm not concerned about all these other things going on in my body, I am more free to gospel effectiveness and serving others around me. And so that love is the motive behind everything you do. Love should be the motive behind everything you do. And so it would include weight loss and achieving health. Again, it's not about us, but about serving Jesus by serving others. Now, secret number 3, gospel-centered health is a matter of stewardship. You see, Your body is something that you are stewarding. We typically think of stewardship in terms of money. How do I spend my money? How do I use the things that I have? Well, it also applies to our bodies. We only get one body. And so we ought to steward it in a way that honors God. 1 Corinthians 6 says, "You are not your own, for you were bought with a price. So glorify God in your body." Because your body is God's. And as such, it should be cared for as He demands. Think about this. One of my favorite Psalms, "For you were formed me in my inward parts. You knitted me together in my mother's womb. I praise you, for I'm fearfully and wonderfully made." God the Father created your body from the very beginning out of the dust of the ground, and He breathed life into you. As His creation, your body is not yours to do whatever you please with. Rather, you have a responsibility to be a good steward of this body. This is why taking care of your body and pursuing good health is so important. Because it is a stewardship of the body in which you've been given. There are some elements to which we cannot control, but those to which we can, we ought to be doing everything possible to steward our bodies and use them in a way that pleases and honors God. So secret number 4, gospel-centered health gets back to the origins. This is why I founded Origins Health Coaching. I was so frustrated with all the literature and teaching about diets, fitness, and the paleo-keto conversation in particular that focused on the ways in which our bodies have evolved. The conversation centered around living this ancestral lifestyle. But that was because our bodies have evolved this way. They haven't evolved. It's the way we were created. Rather, I believe it's about living, eating, and moving the way our bodies were designed to function by our Creator. It's about getting back to our origins. Let me explain a little more. You see, sin has corrupted this earth. We fully understand this truth, right? I mean, it makes sense to us. All around us is sin and corruption, crime, pornography, greed, on and on we could go. But did you realize that sin has also affected our food sources, our fitness, our weight loss, and our health? Greed and pride has turned food into something to be manipulated. You've probably heard the term GMO, genetically modified organism. We have created food that can withstand insecticides and herbicides being spread all over it. It has transformed the healthcare industry because medication is primary. And so the pharmaceutical companies, through their greed, have distorted the medical community because we prescribe medicine instead of dealing with the real issues and symptoms. So despite this sin, we look forward to life in the garden again. Remember Adam and Eve in the Garden of Eden? Life was perfect. Food was exactly as it should be, providing all of the necessary nutrition they needed very naturally. Then sin entered into the world. And everything became harder, thorns and thistles, and it was completely different. And it has just continued to get worse and worse. But one day, life will be just like it was in the day of the garden. And until then, we strive to live as close to that as possible today. We cannot completely get there because of the way sin has corrupted things, but we can make smarter choices that will bring us as close to those origins as possible. You see, this new way is gospel-centered weight loss and health for life. You can lose weight and get healthy without sacrificing everything you believe in, with a new motivation and passion while getting back to your origins. And this is why I developed the fat-fueled formula. The links to your weight loss and health success lie in these 5 links, which I've called the fat-fueled formula. And each one of these links are necessary and vital to your ability to find success in weight loss and health. So let me quickly run through them. Food as your medicine. Hippocrates once said, "Let food be thy medicine and medicine be thy food." And when you eat properly, that is true. Because the food in which you eat can both be detrimental to your health, but can be incredible medicine for your body, exactly as God designed it to be. And so it's critical that you have that link of the right foods. But beyond that is fuel for burning. That to get your body running on the proper fuel. Most of us in American culture, our bodies are running on excessive carbohydrates, meaning our body is running on sugar, constantly needing more and never burning fat, rather storing it. But when we switch that over to fat, yes, sounds very similar to the keto diet, but I believe that this is more than just keto, and it's certainly no diet. It's about changing that fuel source to fat, which has incredible results in your ability to then burn fat. It's about fit for life, and no, this is not working out hours and hours a day and excessive weightlifting or running marathons. This is about regular movement, doing things to keep active the way our bodies were designed to move and act and live, and to get away from this lifestyle of constant sitting and inactivity. It's about fasting for health. This link is so critical, but so often overlooked, and yet so natural. And God designed it in such a way to have such incredible benefits. And then there are numerous other factors that go into this success. Factors that we far too often ignore. Things like sleep, for instance, that can completely abolish any other work we've done in the other 4 links when we're not getting the proper sleep. And so this fat-fueled formula, these 5 links, are what will lead to your weight loss and health success. And you need all 5 of them. So, did you know that based on these, that food choices are perhaps the greatest determinant to your health, as I mentioned? Whether your body prefers and functions best on fat. Yes, fat. But the right fat. And that a sedentary lifestyle is making you unhealthy. This constant sitting all day behind a computer, coming home and sitting on the couch in front of the TV, this sedentary lifestyle is detrimental to your ability to find health. That fasting is natural, and not just natural, healing. And when you ignore other health factors, it can reverse every other positive change to your health that you make. But losing weight doesn't have to be hard or complicated. It's not overtly complex. Once you truly understand the formula and all of the links, it's really not hard or complicated to follow. But I want you to understand you can't do it alone. Now, I'm serious about this. You can certainly make progress and even lose some weight, but getting where you want to go, losing the weight and the belly fat, reversing inflammation, gaining all day energy, becoming this lifelong fat burner that's natural and easy, you need help and support. So let me give you a few reasons why. Number one, there's too much information. Walk into your local Barnes & Noble and do a search for weight loss on Amazon, and you'll be overwhelmed. Add in the countless blogs and podcasts, you're sure to give in. You're too busy to search for all of the answers and the best way. In fact, your body doesn't have the time. The fact that you're watching this webinar, I'm going to say that you're sick of the wait. Your work is suffering. You hate the way your wife looks at you, maybe. You're scared that diabetes around the corner. You have no energy to serve others. You just don't have the time or energy to sift through all of the information. And you will miss something. Remember, you need all these links in the fat-fueled change, and going it alone, you're sure to miss something in the chain. I missed several of them for quite some time till I found all the answers. While it's not overtly hard or complicated, you need to follow a plan. You need to follow a proven process. 3, you will likely quit. Now stay with me here because I know you're not a quitter and I'm not calling you a quitter. However, when something isn't working, like previous diets, for instance, why would you stay the course? When you're confused and you're just not sure what to do next, doesn't it become easy to throw in the towel? You don't need to give yourself that opportunity, right? And number 4, you need support. If you are like me, then you like to figure things out on your own, right? Like most men, we hate asking for help. Thank you, Google Maps. Now men everywhere never have to stop and ask for directions. But in this case, the stakes are too great, and the positive outcome is too incredible not to get the help and support you need. So imagine having Google Maps-like step-by-step directions for your weight loss plan. Isn't that what you would want? Well, this is exactly what I can do for you. And this is exactly what I want to do for you and love to do. I want to give you that step-by-step, easy-to-follow directions that will help you lose weight and feel better than you ever have before. To give you that accountability and help to get to the place where you can serve freely without worrying about your health and weight. So why reinvent the wheel? Whether you work with me or someone else, don't try to piece this together for yourself. See, I've made the mistakes to figure this out. But if you do it on your own, you'll waste valuable time that you don't have. So let's recap. I've shown you the 4 secrets to gospel-centered weight loss and health. That it points to the new man in Christ. It is motivated by love. It's a matter of stewardship of this body, this one body God has given. And it allows you to get back to the origins. I've also shared with you the 5 links to the fat-fueled formula. These links that are necessary, have all 5 of these pieced together for optimal health and weight loss that is natural, effortless, and lifelong. So now you have a choice. Are you going to stay on the path you're on? One of frustration, no energy, constant failure, and the lack of motivation and energy to serve anyone else? Where you continue to spin your wheels and try to put things together? And hopefully, after a couple years, you finally see some success? Or are you going to move forward? Are you going to reach out and finally get the help and support you need to finally make a change that will benefit you for the rest of your life? To get a proven system and plan that is tailored to you and your needs and deliver amazing results? Well, I have set aside some time to speak with you in the next 48 hours, to speak with you personally about how I can apply these strategies in your life today. I do this with what I call a health assessment call. I call this because this is exactly what we're going to do. We're going to assess where you are currently in your health and weight loss journey. We're going to look at what you've tried and end with a proven personalized plan for moving forward. I'm serious. You will end this call with so much clarity on what to do and what not to do. So here's what to do next. Go to origins.healthcoaching.com/call, or you can click the button that's below around this video. Once you do that, you'll simply grab a time over the next couple of days that works best for you, answer a couple of questions in an application, which is simply to help enable me to get a better sense of how I can help you make the best use of our time, and then we'll hop on the phone and we'll take it from there. In this health assessment call, this 30-minute call, we'll put together a specific game plan to help you lose weight and find health without sacrificing what you believe. We'll work through what is holding you back, the obstacles that are standing in your way from losing weight. We'll craft a step-by-step plan that is tailored to you and that will move you forward in your health and weight loss goals. So, if you want to lose weight naturally, if you want to achieve optimal health and energy, and if you want to do it all with a gospel focus, then this is for you. And you see, the best part of this is that the call is absolutely free. You may be thinking, John, then how are you able to offer this for free? What's the catch? It's got to be a catch, right? There really is no catch to offering this for free. See, number one, it is simply my business philosophy of serving. Just like I want to help you get to the place where you can freely serve others, that is my philosophy of business. I don't know you, you don't know me, so why don't I just start off by helping you? At the very minimum, I hope that's what I've done in this webinar. But if I can help you get to the next level on the phone, excellent. This is really the best way that I can show you that I can help you, by actually helping you. And that's the way I love doing business. But number two, I know that you, like so many others, may want my help to implement this stuff that we discuss. So if this is the case, then we can discuss that. And if you're a good fit for my plan, wonderful. If not, then that's completely fine. We can depart as friends, no hard feelings, and you will get some clarity. So that's why I offer this for free. Let me encourage you, this is not a sales pitch in disguise. I promise not to pester you in any way whatsoever. This is simply a coaching call. And if we find that we are a good fit and I can help you further and you want my help, then we can explore the next steps. But by no means am I going to pressure you in that way. But before we go any further, you need to know that I can't help everyone. So this is not for you if you're afraid of change. If you aren't willing to do the work, while it's not overtly hard or complicated, it doesn't mean that there isn't work involved. You've got to be willing to do the work. It's also not for you if you give up easily. There will be times of difficulty. There will be plateaus. It won't be rosy every day. You've got to stick with it. And it's not for you if you're looking for the quick plan to six-pack abs or a beach body. That's not what I'm offering. But this is for you. If you are goal-oriented, you set a goal and you do everything possible to reach it. If this is a must right now, you say, I see where I am, I see the road, the path I'm on, this is a must, I've got to get this fixed now. If you're willing to be honest with yourself, to really look deep and say, I see the problems, I see where I'm going. And if you're ready for help, you're ready for that Google Maps-like help, that roadmap to get you where you need to go. So if that's you, then book your health assessment call now. Remember, it's free. There's no obligations, and it's your opportunity to gain incredible clarity. Go to originshealthcoaching.com/call, or there's a button somewhere on this screen. But again, spaces are limited. I don't have a call center to take these calls, nor do I ever want one. It is simply myself who will take these calls. And time is very limited throughout the week. And this works. I want you to understand this works even if you currently don't exercise regularly. That's not something you do. Or you don't know how to eat healthy. Or even if you only have a few pounds to lose. Look, this is not just for people who have 50, 60, 70 pounds. You may only have 5 or 10. And it works even if you have tried everything else with little to no success. So go ahead. Turn your motivation and frustration into a more fulfilled and content life quickly. Simply go to originshealthcoaching.com/call or click the button that's around this video. Space is very limited. We only have a few of these during the week, so don't delay. You deserve this. If you want to lose the weight, you want to find energy, you want to put yourself in a position where you're free from the distractions to serve others and to work for the sake of the gospel, then this is the formula that will help you do that. You have to understand all the pieces. You have to understand how they're connected, and this is what I do for you. This is what I do for my clients. But it all starts by getting on the phone. So book your call now. Head on over to originshealthcoaching.com/call. I look forward to speaking with you. I'm excited about the opportunity to speak with you and help you transform your life and your health for the sake of the gospel.